Oh wow.
But it's also because there was a period of time, especially since it was like, what, you said 2006?
I think
Yeah.
so.
There's a lot of shit that I missed in the past.
Like, the quality of this video is, like, fucking god-awful, man. It's like only 240p.
Also, to give you an idea of how many games I have not played from, like, all the old games, I basically only have a very small collection of games for the NES, like 5 or 6, and everything else had to be played with friends or family, which they either had the same exact games I did, or maybe a few people had a couple of different ones.
Wait, this guy's dressed as like a fucking wizard from Harry Potter back in 2006. I didn't realize. I forgot the books were that old.
Yep. Because they were banned when I was in middle school, because that's when they came out.
Wait, they were
Really?
banned?
They're a fucking band?
I was in a Catholic school.
Oh. Okay.
And magic was considered witchcraft, and that was the devil. Just like playing Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh was the devil.
I was like that when I was in school. Like, I went to Catholic school when I was younger, and I kind of they got really upset with me. I said, "Listen, is God not magical? Could Jesus not do the miracles that he did?" And they're like, "Yeah." Well, I'm like, then he was a magical being, which is amazing and all powerful. Shut up.
Please tell me. Please tell me you guys have seen the.
You don't call Jesus evil.
Please tell me you guys have seen the Cell Games minis on Team 4 Star.
I haven't.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm kind of behind on Team 4 Star.
All right. Let me put it this way. There are episodes for Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I've gotten up to the Cell Games just about. Everyone's prepping for it. Everyone's about to go into it. But while they're creating their next episode, they're doing little minis. Like, who would challenge Cell? Aside from everyone from Dragon Ball, who would challenge Cell at the Cell Games? So first we have Yu Yu Hakusho. To where Cell responds, "Oh, well that's neat. That's cute. So, tell me, which one of those moves can destroy a planet?" What? Which one of your moves, either the energy sword or your spirit gun, can destroy a planet? Because I could do it with just my finger. I'm like, you know what? Screw this, I'm out. To where the second one was Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenging him to duel.
Listen, the best cheater in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the thing! That's what they made fun of! So Cell was like, sure, I can learn a new card game. So it goes all the way till the evening. And he learns all the rules. So he completely calls him out on every single rule he's breaking and every card that's banned. It's like, now I'll use Monster Reborn! Nope, can't do that. Banned in this year. And then it's like, well, fine, I'll use Brain Control to take control of one of your... Nope, banned. And also, our life points are at 8,000, not 4,000. Why would you ever do that? To where Yugi just says, you know what, fuck this, I'm out.
They're all out bad. You can't use that either. Man, you're a fucking cheater.
And then, the more recent one that I've seen, Street Fighter.
Oh god.
That was made by my friend Das.
Yeah, it was done in 3D. And even So's looking at himself all 3D, he's like, well, this is different. Ken and Ryu challenge.
Alright. It's like 2. I'm just gonna try to get 2.5 hours of sleep.
Alright.
Alright, that's probably gonna make me even more tired than I'm actually gonna be, but... See you later, man.
Alright, have a good one. But yeah, oh my god, the one with the Street Fighter one, the way it ends. Ryu goes evil, tries to do the Raging Demon against Cell. Cell wins it, but he's like, what just happened?! Oh god. I'm waiting for the next one.
That's Das for you. And he's... I played TF2 with him occasionally.
Oh god.
The shit that comes out of our mouths when we're playing man versus machine.
Oh god.
You just never know.
All I can say is that so far I've been liking the little minis in between. I swear if they ever make one with, you know, the big battle of power levels, who's stronger? If they do One Punch Man, I already know how it's gonna go. Saitama's not gonna participate at all. He's gonna be more interested in possibly getting to stores on some sort of sale day. Genos is gonna try to fight Cell, and he's gonna get his shit wrecked, and Saitama's just gonna haul him off in some sort of fashion. Oh yeah, he's gonna probably haul him off, kind of like how in the last episode of Season 1, Genos tries to backtalk, what's her name? What is it, Tornado?
Yeah.
And basically he gets his shit wrecked.
I forgot exactly what he says to her too, and it's kind of like along the lines of, "Hey, don't talk to my master like that, or I'll just like fuck your shit up or something." And like that, she's just like, "Whatever."
Yeah, he did it. He did it while calling her a child, like something like mentioning her childish behavior or whatever the fuck.
I think he called her a little girl, which was his mistake. She has the height complex. Well, Saitama treats her like a little girl, but in a genuine sense, and it completely fucking confuses her. Like, he's nice to her like he would a little child. And dismissive of her as like a kid throwing a tantrum. It's like, oh, that's cute. Just walks away. She's just fucking confused.
Oh, I can't wait until Season 2.
I can't wait to see... In Season 2, I think it's gonna happen. She's gonna use her psychic powers on him. And the funniest shit is gonna happen. Oh my god.
Shit, I didn't see that part.
It's in the manga.
God damn it. I think I skipped quite a bunch then, because in the remake of the manga, I remember seeing him in a tournament of sorts with a wig. And in the parts that I've seen of the original version, he was already fighting Garo in his new monstrous form.
Trying to think. I know Season 2 is when we get introduced to the... Like, there's a Heroes Association, there's a Monsters Association as well.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not really an association, but it's kind of like... Well, the heroes are organized, let's organize as monsters as well.
Oh, I'm even looking forward to a new season of Mob Psycho 100.
Oh, definitely.
Because I know, from what I remember, it goes into something like some sort of, like, tree of life or whatever the fuck. Can't remember what.
Yeah, I actually don't know as much about Mob Psycho 100, because I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that one had written other stuff. I only knew about One Punch Man.
That's the funny thing, because in the manga, it actually advertises with a cameo of Mob in one of the issues.
In the remake or the originals?
I think it was in the remake, sadly.
See, that's probably why, because I didn't read all of the remakes. I read most of the originals for One Punch Man.
Yeah.
So, I read the original non-edited, non-reworked things.
Have I ever mentioned how much I hate this dungeon?
Probably, but I never heard it.
Oh, this dungeon sucks. It's fucking. It's like these monsters were okay-ish. I can handle them and all that, and then they wear you down, and then there's a point where you have to heal, and like, oh sweet, it heals you on the spot. All my magic's restored, all my HP's restored, and you just have to fight a few more monsters on the way probably. And fuck, really, I can't escape. And then what ends up happening is I end up fighting against the boss, which is 3 like tech users or whatever the fuck, and they completely wreck my shit. Fucking bullshit. It's like the dungeon makes you feel like you have a chance. No, you don't.
That's probably one of the things I don't miss about RPGs that's kind of gone from newer ones, is having to grind levels because you don't know if this overpowered section of the game is going to show up later.
I guess that's kind of one of the better things about Chrono Trigger, now that you mention it. You've played Chrono Trigger, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I've played Chrono Trigger.
There's never really a point where you have to grind. You just have
No.
to...
Nope.
You just pretty much have to know the tactic around that boss fight.
Not only that, but they actually put enough enemy encounters that they know you're going to run into along the way to give you the appropriate experience and levels to be able to fight the bosses. You're guided, and they set the encounter rate just a certain way to make sure that every player, regardless of like how fast they skip through or not, is going to have enough levels and experience to fight whatever they're coming up next against.
Yeah.
And then they give rewards for those who explore to like make fights even easier. They're like different equipments and stuff like that you can pick up, and finding things. I think there's a couple of methods of like earning skills earlier by talking to different NPCs or finding different items.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's been a while since I played Chrono Trigger. I actually don't own Chrono Trigger. I borrowed the DS version from a friend to finally play it.
Oh.
And I got pretty far in the original version as well, but my computer crapped out and I lost the save data file because that was emulator when I played it the first time.
Yeah, same here. I played the first time on an emulator since never got it during the SNES era because my SNES was pawned off back when I was a kid. And later down the line, I ended up getting it for the emulators. And that was actually pretty goddamn good. The thing is, with the DS version, it's like a combination of the SNES version and the PlayStation version, along with a little bit of extras, all in one, and that made it really great, because the PlayStation version I actually couldn't stand playing because of the load times.
Yep.
Those load times.
Part of the thing that had happened, I read this is like an article story about it. Apparently, the SNES game didn't have everything it was supposed to have on the cartridge.
Yeah, Akira
Not because
Toriyama-
it didn't, not that it didn't have space, but that because they pushed the game out earlier for the SNES release.
Okay.
And then it was later on that when the PlayStation version was released. When it was released, he was able to add the content that he couldn't put in the original game, as well as extra stuff like the little animation cutscenes and everything like that that were in the PlayStation version that did not exist in the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff they added in because, well, they had the space for it, but also it matched up with the content that he originally wanted to put in the first game.
Yeah.
But that's also, too, I think Chrono Trigger fell victim to Nintendo. Nintendo did a lot of rushing for, like, pushing games out for both the NES and the SNES.
All hail
At
the
one
console
point.
wars.
Not just that, they were trying to get games out while the lifespan of the console was still strong.
And Chrono
So
Trigger
they pushed...
came out really close to the end, that's right.
Yeah, they wanted to either push it out early to get it on it, or they were going to cancel it entirely and wait and make them do it on the Nintendo 64. But that would have required Akira Toriyama and his entire development team for the Chrono Trigger game to overhaul the entire system, because the N64 was a completely different system. It worked completely different.
Yeah.
So they basically would have almost had to rebuild the game from the ground up, which would have been like another 2, maybe even 3 years before he'd be able to release the game again. Because they'd still have all the art assets, but they'd have to reprogram and redo all the events and the scripts and everything for the game.
Jeez, and I remember how that was about to be for goddamn Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
They wanted it all on the cartridge. And nope.
I find the Final Fantasy series is kind of funny too, because it was literally Squaresoft, because it was Squaresoft. No, it was just Square at the time. Square's last hope for not going bankrupt was the game they called Final Fantasy. The reason why they called it Final Fantasy, because it was literally going to be the final game they ever made if it didn't sell.
And behold, it's their masterpiece.
It was the thing that saved them. A revered treasure from throughout the times. And they've only gotten better since then, but honestly, it's not that I don't like the active combat, or whatever it is, ATB system. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, where the battle just constantly going, where you have to keep up with it.
Yeah, it's not that I hate it, but I really like the tactical stuff of Final Fantasy X the most, because like you could use abilities and you could see how far you're going to push an enemy back with a skill. If it was going to work, like that was another thing too. You didn't know if it was going to work.
Right.
And experimenting with different abilities and shit like that to do all sorts of stuff you would have never fucking thought of if you just experimented on an enemy. But I enjoyed it so much because all the other Final Fantasy games had that, where you could like cast weird spells or like target a location that you would like some enemies. Your cursor's automatically on it. It's a big giant enemy. Oh, you can't target any of the parts, but you don't try to. And if you try to, it's like, wait, left arm, right arm. What's these other two things I can target?
Right.
I wonder what happens when I hit those. What the fuck? Its arm fell off. Oh, well, I'll hit the other one. Yeah, it has no arms now. Now I can't do that crazy damage move.
Motherfucker. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean there.
With the active, I think it's active time battle system, the ATB is what they called it.
Yeah.
With that system, I have to always do the pause wait on menu, because going through all of those spells, all of the skills, all of the different attacks that you can go through takes a while.
I guess.
And
yeah.
It's not that it's bad, it's just it's like against certain enemies or certain things, it makes it really hard to actually like get the full potential out of battle if you don't do that. Now, what I would do though is sometimes I'd wait till everybody had their turn all at once so I could chain them. Even though they didn't have a chain mechanic back then, I still liked having everybody take their turn all at once. That way I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, I know what you mean there. But, hell, back when I was a kid, I guess I gotten used to the whole, active time battle system so much. Basically, I knew what to do, knew what to use after trying again and again with the boss, for example. To the point where it was just basically all a blur of how fast it was going. But, I do have to admit, I like the wait system. The thing is, though, when you have Final Fantasies like, say, Final Fantasy 15, where everything's active, it's actually kind of refreshing that they do have a wait system in that one, too. It's weird, but it works.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts did not have a wait system, so if you needed to pull up an item from a menu without
That was
pausing,
bullshit. I hope they include the same thing in Kingdom Hearts 3 as they have in Final Fantasy 15 as far as the wait
because
system.
the best example of where you would love for a fucking wait menu while trying to search for a fucking item in the middle of a fight, Sephiroth from the original Kingdom Hearts. You're like, Sin, Harvest, fuck, 1 HP, elixir, 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 oh fucking god, elixir!
But yeah, that's probably one of the benefits for Final Fantasy 15 now that you mention it. Like, as long as you don't push any buttons during the fight, it will allow the wait system to be active, so you can plot out what you need to do.
It gives you a chance to respond to whatever the fuck just happened, because
Right.
Kingdom Hearts also was bad for that too, especially in 2, where they had some nastier enemies that would spawn. I remember walking into a room and then just a fuck ton of everything that was just trouble just spawns all in one area. And then the second wave spawns in the middle of you finishing off the first one, and you're like, wait, spellcasters and these dickholes? No, God, please. For me, when I originally played Kingdom Hearts, it was fighting the Shield Guardians and having the Magus Heartless, the upgraded spellcaster ones, and you've got fucking Gravity and Flareaga like flying around on the screen with these shield bastards breaking your defense, and I'm like, oh god, stop it!
God damn it.
There's enough fireballs in the room as it is, please!
How the fuck am I gonna do it?
But I also only had a lot of trouble because I found out later, because this was the time before internet was really rampant and I didn't really find a lot of forums and stuff like that to talk to people about games. Apparently I was majorly underleveled when I beat the game.
Oh wow.
I beat literally every boss at a really low level.
That's a good thing.
I beat Sephiroth at level 74.
Jesus. Oh,
And
level
I beat-
74?
74.
Oh. That's not so bad.
Most people couldn't beat him even at max level, though. And I didn't have Ultimate Weapon. I only had Oblivion.
Yeah, same here. I was under the impression for that particular time, like, you got Ultimate Weapon from him. No.
No,
you
I knew
don't.
how to get Ultimate Weapon because my uncle had gotten it. My uncle's actually not that much older than me, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Just so there's less confusion on that. He got Ultimate Weapon, and he told me how to get it, and he had the guide, so he actually already knew everything there was about the game. Because he bought the guide. He was one of those guys who always had the strategy guide for every game he played.
God damn it.
And the only reason I was level 74 when I finally beat Sephiroth was because I probably gained like 20 levels after trying to fight Sephiroth the first time. Just grinding to get the fucking equipment. Like the items to make Ultimate Weapon. I was not getting any luck with getting the rare drops because they didn't have anything to offset the random chance. It was just like you had to grind and pray you got the materials you needed from these mobs. I just didn't get any of them.
Jeez.
And the funny thing was, it wasn't the ones that like were really rare or anything like that that I was having trouble getting. It was some of the ones that you can get from some common enemies that if you played the game enough that you got them just playing the story. I wasn't getting those drops. Like, I just wasn't getting any of them. I was getting everything but. Which made absolutely no sense. So, I never got Ultimate Weapon on the first Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, wow.
But I beat the game around, like, 40-something.
Well, shit.
40-something, and I didn't know a lot about synthesis stuff at the time either, so I was actually under-geared. An unintentional hard mode, apparently.
God damn it.
Nowadays, like, you can go online and find out, oh, there's an easier way to play this game? I didn't know that. But I was also one of the first people to figure out that there is invincibility frames while using skills. So that's actually how I beat a lot of the bosses really easy early on, was because I used stuff like Sonic Blade.
Like timing it just right.
Yeah, timing it just right, getting the full combo, and basically taking no damage during their big bullshit and still doing damage to them. I was also the clutch guard fucking master, because I actually earned a lot of tech points from using the guard on Ice Titan's icicles.
Hey, so I'm going to put something in not safe for work.
Oh boy.
It's safe for work, but the full video is not.
Gotcha.
It's a safe for work video from Brazzers. I would highly suggest watching it.
Okay, so... That's right, he's got Ethos now. Yes! Motherfucker. Goddamn fucking piece of shit. Fucking killed. Ruined. At least I killed the boss that was giving me trouble. Just still, holy fucking shit, what a pain in the ass this area is. At least now I can finally goddamn fucking continue. Oh wait, yeah, I can go through there. Run. What was it they were guarding up there?
Oh my god, the comment section.
Comment
Absolutely
section
solid.
Oh.
This shit makes my snake solid.
God damn it.
Oh, rip your stream.
Wait, what happened?
I accidentally closed the window that had your stream on it.
Oops. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that... my
Yeah, your
didn't
stream's
die.
all well and good. It's more of a... I had it open and then I killed it on accident.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
I went to click to minimize one window and I accidentally hit the X on the one behind it.
Alrighty. Just want to make sure the stream's just still alive, because... God damn it. I'm actually making progress again.
Oh, Barrin, there's a game that I guess just came out today that I think you probably need to get.
What game?
Neo.
Oh, I forgot to try the demo. How much is it?
I'm not sure.
Probably
I don't know if
60.
I don't know if it came out today or not, but everybody's playing it, so I'm assuming it's either everybody's playing the demo or it was released. I think it was released, because it's talking, like, people are playing it, and from what I understand, it's harder than Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And here's why, though. Alright, so you know how in Dark Souls, when you get stuck in the middle of boss attacks or enemy attacks, there's often a small window in between which you can dodge roll out of it to
Yeah.
get, like, avoid the rest of the damage?
Yeah.
Add longer hit stuns to enemy combos. Now you can't roll out of them. You have to take almost the full thing.
God damn it.
Also, the yokai that you fight often put down these little anti... Because it's not stamina, you have ki, which is your energy meter for attacking and defending. Yokai put down these little anti-ki regeneration fields to help them regenerate their ki, but it slows yours down to a halt. And if you block while in it, you take additional ki damage. So basically you can't block as many hits while in that field. And if your ki ever falls all the way down, you become staggered, where you're standing there exhausted, and you literally can't do anything till it recovers to a certain amount. And if you're standing in that field when you hit that state, you have to wait even longer to be able to do anything, leaving you wide open to get punished.
God damn it. But yeah, I still need to try the demo to it myself. But yeah, I just looked it up. It was just released today, as you said. Initial release date, February 7th. Yay. I still haven't even beaten Bloodborne, but I blame Final Fantasy 15 for that.
But so far, it seems like everybody that I've watched that's played both Dark Souls and Bloodborne, they're like, this game is so fucking hard. And it's not bullshit hard, it's just like, it's literally that much more shit you have to manage to deal with. And it's not like bullshit, it's just, it's a harder game to master.
Right.
There's one boss that there's only like 10% of the people have beaten it already, and it's the second fucking boss of the game.
Oh, goody.
The second boss of the game, her attacks have a paralyzing effect. That when the meter builds up to max, there is a long duration of paralyzation that is inflicted. Plus, she has a grapple move that cannot be blocked. You just have to dodge it. If you get paralyzed, she'll sometimes be like, oh, you can't move, and then grapples you with it. And here's the good thing. Here's the crazy thing about this move. If you live through it, she regains health equal to the damage she deals to you.
Goody goody gumdrops. God damn it.
It actually really, 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 really makes me want a PS4 now, because there's literally a ton of games on the PS4 that are absolutely worth playing.
I know. Fuck, we still need to get Little Big Planet 3 for God's sakes. But yeah, we got Final Fantasy 15, Bloodborne, Neo. Let's see. What else is there? I'm talking about games that are good on the PS4.
The Last Guardian.
Oh yeah, The Last Guardian.
They've got those exclusive games coming out. I forgot the name of it.
Oh yeah, King of Fighters 14.
I'm trying to think of the name of the damn game. You'll probably know what it is when I talk about it. It's a game kind of like posts after some sort of like crazy thing where it's a planet full of like animals and stuff like that, but there's also these machines that roam around like wild animals.
Something Tokyo. What was that game, buddy? No, oh yeah, there's a Persona 5 game as well. Something Tokyo, you know, with all the animals roaming the city.
No, it's not animals roaming the city. It's like
you're playing as the animals, right?
No, you're not playing as animals at all. You're playing as like a person.
Oh.
Running around in this environment where it's like ancient technology, but it's like super sophisticated and advanced, so it's like these AI machines roaming around, behaving like animals. And sometimes they go wild. But you can also hack these creatures and
I know what you're talking
them.
about. I know what you're talking about, and I don't remember the name, Claudia. It's that one game where it's like tribal but futuristic. Oh god, I wish I could remember the name of it.
But that one is definitely like way up there on the I gotta fucking play that list.
Another one that I gotta fucking get when it's released is Nier Automata.
Yep.
What's another one? Oh, funny enough, a free game. Let It Die.
Oh yeah, the one that's...
It's basically Dark Souls Cyberpunk.
It's kind of more of like a Dark Souls light, except for when you die, you have to fight yourself to get your gear back.
Not quite as simple as that. I mean, you can fight yourself for a chance to get your gear back. you can get your body back as well, but you see, this is where the free-to-play kind of gets to being pay for. You have to pay for that shit. And there's also some sort of life insurance policy that you have to get. I don't know about it yet, since I haven't died yet, except for, you know, the main intro, because you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's on purpose, that one.
Yeah. But, well, I guess I'll find out. But I like the game so far. Uncle Death is awesome. Hey, how you doing, senpai? God damn it. Oh, fucking hell.
I guess while I'm still awake and still active, I'll probably continue working on what I was doing.
What were you doing?
I am adding in the factions for the spreadsheet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because depending on the race you are, there's different faction affinities.
Okay.
Because majority of the factions have to deal with kingdoms or like domains of rule. So like everybody within that area will basically know about you to an extent or have a predisposition to the race you already are. So like literally the game is entirely racist because depending on what you are, some places hate you more.
Right. Okay. Oh my god.
But there's also nice benefits too, because one of the things that really makes the game. Oh my god, I can't fucking move this entire row without it just flying all over the fucking place. One of the things that makes it fairly easy to like pass social checks, like talking to people, NPCs, is if you're of a race that isn't hated in a town or area. Like,
it kind of reminds me of some Elder Scrolls there.
Yeah, it kind of has that kind of flavor to it. I mean, it's basically, there's a system of a social check, because when you try to talk to people, you'll often have to roll a social check if you're not using some sort of speech skill, like you're trying to specifically do something with your speech to manipulate the NPCs some way, so you have to roll against the skill that does it. Otherwise, when talking to NPCs, you'll have to roll to see if things succeed, or if you can get information out of them. And it'll be based on your social, which is basically, alright, how naturally charismatic are you? And then the other thing that kicks in is, how much do they hate you? And there's a scale that heavily affects that, and it's predetermined by the race you pick. And once I get the factions in, I'm also adding in some new stuff to the character pages, so I gotta transfer shit over. I'm working in a separate copy of everything right now before I start shifting everything over, so everybody's pages is gonna be updated again.
Okay.
You're gonna have a new social standing thing for everything. So as you add points and skills, you'll actually know what your social standing is at a glance.
Yay!
And the other thing on top of that is move speed and your size is being added to your character page for your character sheet, because I forgot to add those things in.
Yay!
God damn it, Shadow.
Oh, finally you know my existence.
No, I knew you were here, but I was wondering why you were never talking.
Because I was being a ninja.
Uh-huh.
Like on Final Fantasy 14.
You know, being a ninja often involves people not knowing you're there, and we kind of knew you were there the entire time. So
No, you didn't.
Womp womp. That was what happened.
You never knew I was there.
you were like a cat that was sneaking in the middle of broad daylight behind curtains that made all of the curtains and blinds like flap everywhere, is making 1,000 pounds of noise.
It probably is. Yeah. Run away! Fuck! kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me,
Kill
don't kill
him,
me.
kill
Run
him,
away.
kill him, kill
Yes.
him.
Oh, that fucked with my head just now.
What?
I was watching you move through a hallway, and this fisheye effect that they have for the game, and the way the terrain was moving, like the foreground and the background, it was like,
Oh, the parallax, yeah.
yeah, it was like really dizzying. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like, I'm trying to conserve my characters here because I got a tough boss coming up. Don't suppose anyone's... Hi, John. Not sure if that's John. Wait, is that John?
Oh, I know Bloody High Claws in the chat.
Yeah, that's John. He's in the Discord chat. But there's a really tough boss coming up, and he was originally in Phantasy Star 1. I am not ready for this. Oh,
Yes,
thank
you
you.
are. You can do it.
You know what's funny is I know of Phantasy Star because like people who I hung around with had money, so they had the Sega system and even the fucking Neo Geo. So they knew about Phantasy Star because they played all the games. Me, I'm like, I've never even actually played one of the original Final Fantasy games. I've seen it, I've heard of it, but I've never played it. I was poor back in the day.
Oh, trust me, I remember being bored too. But basically, I got the Genesis at the end of the Genesis era, and games were going on sale for like $5, $10 each. I was like, yeah.
I'm the best with friends.
Yeah, that never happened over here. If you wanted to buy a Sega, you had to go to somewhere like a Toys R Us, and they didn't have any sales in their stores.
She does. I'm like, tell him to take I want to go for you.
God damn it.
And she's like, like, joking, can you send my friend instead of me because I took a bullet to give you a straight answer. And I'm like, yeah, see, I'm like your official ship secretary. Like, she's not paying me, she's sorry my secretary that I don't pay. It's insurance ship, I swear.
God damn it. But yeah, I know what you mean though. But over here in Vegas, at that time, we had a lot of before there was GameStop. Pretty much all the locations that GameStop are at nowadays in Vegas, they used to be a personally owned company called Game Repair. Now, I loved this place. I missed this place. Basically, they sold new consoles, used consoles. They would actually be able to fix up consoles, and of course they sold games along with that, along with some old magazines from GamePro, Nintendo Power, etc. And I absolutely miss these places because they had some pretty good games that way back in the day. But yeah, pretty much that's how I got my Genesis. The funny thing is, my mom would ask, why? Why would you get a Genesis? Why any video games? I mean, why should I get this for you? To where I convinced her, tell you what, get a game for me and see if there's any game that you would like to try. So she tried a demo out at the place, and that's how she got into gaming during those years. She basically got herself into Sonic 2, and in America it's known as Out of This World, but in Europe it's known as Another World. But it's that adventure game, you know what I'm talking about? It's also on Steam.
I think I've heard of it.
They also had a remaster on Steam called Another World. But yeah, she had fun with that. Then she got into playing the Genesis games. So Sonic 1 came later, Sonic 3. She ended up getting a bunch of platformers. Not much into RPGs until one day, because we didn't get Phantasy Star 4 at that time, because at that time Phantasy Star 4 was still fucking expensive. Like $50 for the cartridge. when it was actually 50% off. Because originally the brand new game was 100. But yeah, at that time, we weren't too much into RPGs until we got a PlayStation, which I still love the fucking story on that one. I guess my family was expecting me. They were asking me when I was a kid, what do you want for Christmas? We'll give you a choice. Do you want a bunch of Sega Genesis games, or do you want a PlayStation with just a couple games? I'm like, well, there's a bunch of Genesis games. I'll go for a bunch of Genesis games. I'm like, oh, okay. They actually followed through, got a bunch of Genesis games. And I remember their little deal, because I was like really wanting to play the Genesis games before Christmas. So what they did is they had me fucking do chores, and I was allowed one game per week until it was time for Christmas. And then I was like, oh, okay, so I've got a few games for Genesis. And they said, well, you only got one more game left to unwrap. I'm like, oh, okay. And it just so happens they got the PlayStation anyway, because they were originally thinking I was going to go for the PlayStation because they had already bought it before we said the Genesis. But yeah, that was the time in which, yeah, we were all playing games, except for my dad. My dad didn't like video games, but he used it as a tool. Let me explain. My dad was a big sports buff. So, my mom absolutely hated sports. So anytime there was like Super Bowl or some sort of championship or whatever, my dad, he'd get my mom a new game. He's like, here you go play it on the other TV in the other room. My mom didn't care. She fucking loved it. And hell, I would do the same goddamn thing. I'd play games all day. But,
Still suck.
what's that, John?
The Dolphins still suck.
God damn it! That's right. Me and John were against my dad the whole time. Up against his Dolphins. We always said the Dolphins suck.
Yeah, and he'd respond, yeah, well, you got the Green Bay Fudge Packers as your team.
Yeah, I remember.
Was that Ronnie? I don't know.
And then there was... I remember one time I actually got sick and tired of video games because my mom always asked for help on certain games. Spyro was one of these. She tricked me one day. I was coming home from school and I had a bit of homework and I didn't feel like helping my mom out. So I'm like, sorry mom, can't help you with any games today. I got a lot of homework. She's like, oh, that's too bad because I just rented Mega Man Legends. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? No! No! I want to play! No, you got a lot of homework. You gotta do that first. So that bit me in the ass at first.
Yeah, see, that didn't happen with me. It just was like, it wasn't until I got the PlayStation 2 that people started giving me money because they didn't know what to give me anymore, that I was able to save up to buy what I wanted.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of where I actually was capable of, like, getting more games than just, like, the few random ones. I played most of the games that I played through rentals.
Yeah. Oh god. Remember, John, that's how I first discovered Dragon Ball Final Bout?
What,
Goddamn Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the English version.
That's actually how I found out about Mega Man was Blockbuster.
Yeah, same here. Oh god, I hate this fucking boss so much, Lashik.
Actually, what's funny is the first Mega Man game I ever played was X4.
The first one I played, I think, was Mega Man 1. And it was a game I never touched again because I was a little kid and I thought, oh god, I can't get past these levels at all. For many, many years, I absolutely despised Mega Man until Bill introduced me to Mega Man X4 and Mega Man 8. Mega Man 8 was, it was okay. I actually did like it. Mega Man X4 was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was the Mega Man that I started with, was X4. I actually own X4. It's like X4 is the only one that I bought when, like, myself. Iris! 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 What am I fighting for?
God damn it.
Mega Man 1. Worst Mega Man game of the classic series. Followed shortly by Mega Man and Bass.
Guys, do not forget what Bloody High Claw said, and I feel so sorry for you, Bloody High Claw. X7.
I never played X7.
I completed that game.
I had to give
completed
it
that
back.
game.
I had
No.
to give it back to you, John. I didn't even bother finishing it. I had to give it back.
Now, what's worse? X7 or Mighty Number 9?
X7.
Oh god.
Mighty Number 9 at least fucking is playable.
Yes, thank you.
And it has some good ideas.
It's
And there
just-
is a little bit of fun that you can get from Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, the only
X7?
It's like, don't get me wrong, Mighty Number 9 is a mediocre game, but there are times where it's kind of fun. There's times where it's absolutely playable, but it falls in many, many traps that a lot of the bad games fall into, but it's not
level design.
terrible. X7.
Everything is wrong. Everything is fucking wrong. One, the titular character, Mega Man X, you don't fucking get him until the middle of the fucking game.
And once you do get him, you have to go through every level again just to have him powered up enough.
Hope you didn't collect too many of the bots you're supposed to rescue, because that's how you power him up.
Oh.
So, by the time you get X, he's weak, he's pathetic, and his armor that you haven't been able to collect, once you eventually do, sucks. You know what his charge shot is? Or his great big buster upgrade is?
What is- I can't remember.
It shoots out a couple little pea-sized fucking homing shots. No stored charges, no extra special effect, just a couple little extra pea shots here and there. And can we not talk about that fire hyena mother?
Oh god! Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! I hate it!
He was the most annoying enemy.
Yeah, I think the best option for like the charge buster had to come from X4 because you had the choice between the big giant motherfucking blast and then to store up the 3 shots.
And both are good. Both are really good.
I usually like the big giant burst shot because it was just a giant chunk of damage you could throw out.
Though 4 charge shots is kind of nice. Especially to enemies that don't have hit stun.
You know, X4 is the only game I never finished either that I played a lot of because I could never fucking beat Mr. Dickhole and his 3 fucking forms of bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Dodge. What?
He did a fucking thunder beam of some shit.
We'll see it in a second.
Yes.
Oh,
Thunderbolt. That was a Thunderbolt.
it looked more like a giant laser beam.
Yeah. The end.
Oh, God.
Okay, so more about X7. Axel's annoying. X is whiny. Zero just doesn't give a shit, really. The voice actors are odd, a little bit. Axel's transformation ability is completely fucking useless, save for I think 1 or 2 places where you can use it to get into a secret area, which has nothing of value, honestly. The game drops inputs, the stage layouts are terrible, the 3D sections are impossible to navigate because you don't really have any sort of frame of reference or anything.
Son of a bitch, stop fucking doing that!
The mechs are terrible, the bikes are terrible. There's an auto-scroller as the first level for the Sigma Fortress. The weapons are ineffective and useless. And it's just not fun.
Yeah.
Barrin, you know what would make your pain with this game bearable right now?
Huh.
Imagine Joy Wheeler's voice saying his attack. Yeah.
Wait, whose voice?
Joy Wheeler? Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, god damn it.
It's spelt just kind of how he would pronounce something like that.
Brooklyn Rage!
And I hit you with a Thunderbolt.
God damn it.
The only reason I mentioned that is because lately I've been on a Yu-Gi-Oh kick, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links actually has the original voice actors saying the lines for the game. It's free to play, and it's on the mobile phone, so if you've got an Android, you can play it.
Oh wait, yeah, I actually know what you're talking about. No.
Might also be on the iOS. They just recently had an event, which ended today, actually. Oh, yesterday.
The only reason I have X7 is because I'm a fan of the Mega Man series. It is not worth playing. I mean, X8 was not the best, but it had moments.
Behave yourself.
Yeah, I heard X8 was a lot better than X7 for sure, but...
It was. It was.
Not too sure how good it was. I never got to try it.
Oh, another thing about X7. You know how some of the challenge in Mega Man X is you have to aim your shot, you have to jump and shoot and shit?
Oh, yeah. It
just locks on. Just locks on.
I remember.
That also adds the complicated problem that if for some reason the targeting or auto targeting doesn't work, then there's nothing you can really do to fix it. It's just fucked.
Yep.
It's like I can't aim because the game won't let me aim. And because I can't aim, I can't hit this thing when this happens. So what the fuck do I do now?
You die.
The only weapon I remember from X7 is the water gun.
Oh, water gun.
Yeah. Not a water balloon, just a little bit of water goes out of the end of your pistol or arm cannon.
Funny enough, I remember the water gun in Metal Gear Solid 5. It's a literal, tiny little pistol that only shoots water. It does nothing, it's just a noise. It just causes attention.
And now my brain is thinking of Dead Space. The foam finger magnum gun.
Pew 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 pew.
Which
It's the
does
most powerful
no
weapon in the
damage
game.
unless you hit them a certain way. If you hit them a certain way, you instantly kill everything you shoot it at. There's no projectile, it doesn't shoot anything, but it kills everything you aim it at. That's an enemy.
Seriously, now he uses reinforce. This guy just buffed himself and he almost kills me in one hit with all of his moves so far, and he buffs himself?
Yeah.
Fuck! Let's see how this goes.
Hey.
Oh no!
Pepperoni. I didn't see what's happening yet.
Oh no.
It says I'm 14 seconds behind.
Okay, run! Heal yourself! Kara! Heal Chaz! Like you're gonna possess a robot.
Oh,
You're not gonna possess an android.
ban the boat. Ban the boat. More Thunderbolt.
Oh god, if I win this, I'll be happy. Probably will lose, yeah. Stop doing that! Fucking Thunderbolt bullshit! Okay, please tell me I have Trimates somewhere. Trimates?
You see,
yes!
this is kind of why I really came to appreciate,
No! No, 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 fuck! I lost.
My machine gun.
See, this is kind of why I like Final Fantasy's AI triggers, is usually it doesn't do certain moves unless you do certain things. So you can game the AI to not fuck you over all the time.
It's all